Hello everyone and welcome one last time to Group D of the IEM Season 1 group stage. We're starting with miou against TitaN, a very important best of 3 for both of the players. So in this group, just to remind you, LilyC is already safe on rank 1, and this one is going to be more or less a deciding best of 3 for one of the 2 spots to go into the playoffs. So if miou wins here, he's definitely going to be rank 2, and TitaN is definitely going to be out. By the way, Tavern Hero built by TitaN, and if TitaN wins, he's definitely going to be through, whereas miou, if all the stars align, can still end up on rank 3, even if he loses this best of 3. If afterwards LilyC takes down Insomnia with the same map difference with which miou loses to TitaN, and if Thomas G beats HG. So as I said, if miou loses, really all the stars need to align in order to help miou still advancing. So this is going to more or less, as I said, decide one of the players ending up in the top 3 and one of them not ending up there. So late altar, of course, for TitaN, first archer being produced. miou, not hugely surprising with the AM first. Footman heading down on the map. We'll see if this is just going to be some scouting and harassment, or what he wants to do with that. It looks like he's just waiting for the scout wisp to appear, and that's exactly what's happening. AM is about to spawn. We'll see. Oh wow, miou. Okay, the base is open, so this is no big deal. And we'll see what creep spot he's going to start with in the middle of the map. We'll see probably Dark Ranger, maybe something a little bit more fancy. It's actually the Panda. Alright, fair enough. The Panda for TitaN. We've seen this before on Tarina stand, and it got totally destroyed, I think, by Insomnia. So alright, he's gonna start by doing some creeping. The third archer is about to spawn. Some wisp spreading is going on across the map by TitaN, so he's definitely gonna want to know exactly what he's up against. Fast expansion is coming by miou here. He's just took this tiny little creep camp to give his economy a little bit more time to get going and get some more lumber in, because of course he's gonna need a lot of that in trying to get the expansion up and a couple of towers, etc. And the Panda, that was close, but not finishing the Renegade Wizard with the lightning shield. He gets the Gloves of Haste, which is not really too great. We'll see if he's gonna go for the Drunken Haste or the Drunken Brawler as a second skill, and finally finishes the creep camp here. Flute, of course, great for him with the water elementals. I mean, there's no mana burn whatsoever at the moment, so he should always be able to have like 2 in the big fights against the Night Elf army, and therefore having the aura, which provides some bonus damage, especially to the level 2 water elementals, is going to be very helpful. Second Ancient of War for TitaN, he's not teching, so it looks like this might be tier 1 only play with a lot of Huntresses, maybe Ancient Protectors on top of that. We'll find out eventually. miou continues creeping. Of course, he wants to get the level 3 here. Eventually another Wisp is coming in, and he's not detonating actually, which grants miou the level 3, which kind of makes this creep camp obsolete at the moment, because miou doesn't really gain anything from creeping this at the moment, and there's a lot more to be gained if he's getting aggressive right now, which is exactly what he's doing. First Hunt is out already, which provides some tanking ability to TitaN, so he can use all of his moon juice with the Panda. So yeah, he was obviously tanking with the Panda when he crept down here, because he didn't uproot his Ancient of War another time to walk it over. Level 3 for the Panda, very, very important in order to deal with this harassment. So that's something that's definitely going better for the Night Elf here. compared to the last time we saw the Panda, which, you know, made for some harassment up here, which is exactly what we're seeing here as well, but this time with the level 3, with the staff as well, with the Cloak of Shadows as well. But yeah, this time the Panda should be able to do some more damage compared to last time. First Hunt is falling though as well, and yeah, same problem here is that the harassment at the Night Elf base is just cannot be dealt with without the Panda. But look at the economy of miou here. The expansion has started running already though, and he's going to be able to do so much damage here, so I think in total this is still not worth it for the Panda here. Going in, killing some more lumber peasants, but miou is pretty well, you know, pretty well prepared lumber-wise. He's up at almost 400, so this isn't too big of a deal to him. He can, of course, eventually get the shredder as well, so he should be able to compensate for the damage he's taken here. Whereas at the same time, TitaN has lost, you know, archers, huntresses already. Next archer, next hunt are very low already. There is one charge of Dust of Appearance available. The Panda, in the meantime, is back at the Night Elf's main base. There's a little Moonshoes left. Wow, very nice lightning shield used here on the Huntress, and she's just keeping track of those footmen. There is one Breath of Fire available for the Panda, which I'm assuming he's gonna use now, getting 3 footmen killed. Very, very nice here. And this means miou is definitely going to be driven away. But, you know, was that worth it? For the Night Elf player, of course. I mean, for miou it was well worth it. He's still only has 1 tower up. I mean, against the Mass Tier 1, I guess there's not really any reason in, you know, over or underproducing towers, let's call it like that. Because eventually, if he reaches Tier 2 safely and gets, you know, gets his economy advantage really into play, then he should be looking strong anyway. And right now he's adding a couple more towers. 1 guard tower being upgraded at the moment. 2 more scout towers being built. Panda has reached level 4 in the meantime. Shop is coming. Still no tech for him. And miou is, I think, now going to find TitaN's Agent of War here. Let's see if he's going to just quickly take the time here to take it down. But I think he's not going to be given that because of the hunts that are nearby. But it looks like TitaN doesn't even want to engage her at the moment, which is pretty surprising, because for the time being, miou still only has footmen and the IEM, and footmen are not exactly great against the high-level Panda and a lot of huntresses, so I'm not really sure if creeping there is entirely worth it for TitaN. But we already see the wisps heading across the map, so the all-in is going to take place in, you know, just a couple of seconds. miou is in the meantime at the other side of the map, but is he going to be able to do enough damage here to make this harassment worthwhile? The Panda can use the Moonwells here again. All of them are dry right now. Moonstone has run out. 4 Ancient Protectors coming here. miou is well aware of that, so he knows exactly what's going on. He's still staying inside of the Night Elf's main base, but doing damage here doesn't really matter at this point, because with the lone IEM, he's not going to be able to, for example, kill the main or do anything significant enough to decide the game. So it's all about holding this big push here at the top of the map. And yeah, the big question is miou going to be able to do so? He reached Tier 2 already, which is great. He can pick up a second tier if he wants to. He can add, you know, a workshop or 2 as soon as he's finished the blacksmith, which, you know, should be very important against huntresses and ancient protectors. Panda with the clarities is going to head across the map now. First 2 ancient protectors have finished. Number 3 and 4 are about to finish as well, and he's adding 2 workshops as well as 2 arcane sanctums. So yeah, that's definitely a reasonable approach here against this. And if he can stall the Night Elf for long enough, if he can win enough time here with the towers inside of his main base, with the first masonry upgrade, which has finished already as well, then miou should be looking very good here. But yeah, can he do so? That is the big question here. And these creeps taking part in the action over and over again. Panda second for miou as well. We've already heard the first Breath of Fire, but surrounded immediately by TitaN. And this Panda isn't going to be doing too much. 1, 2, 3, 4 ancient protectors all rooting up in front of miou's main base right now. Hopefully he can TitaN can micro these Ancient Protectors properly so they don't attack the creeps over and over again, because if he doesn't, then the creeps will come back over and over again. Panda with a Breath of Fire is doing plenty of damage here to the peasants. The 2 workshops have finished though, and the first 2 mortar teams are about to spawn, and that should be very, very important for miou. He still has a town portal. He might even have to reposition those with a town portal to get into the back of this of his main base here, because he cannot just walk out here against the Huntresses, I feel. miou's shop is... Oh wow, miou doesn't have a shop. Okay, that's quite bad, because he's got... Let me just quickly check. He's got 57 supply, but all of that is like low HP stuff, all spread across the map, and he desperately needs some healing here in order to deal with this. Ancient Protectors moving forward. The Panda level 4.5 already, and as I just said, he cannot march out with these mortar teams from his expansion away from his towers, because yeah, as you can see, the Panda and the Huntresses are just wrecking that. For some reason, he's very weirdly repositioning his Ancient Protectors, though the Panda of miou once again is taking plenty of damage as he just spawned out of the altar again. Wisp detonating here, and look at all the damage the Ancient Protectors have already taken. He really needs to quickly uproot here. The first of them is about to fall. Mortar teams are once again moving out. The Panda of TitaN is more or less out of mana, though. He's got 1 more Breath of Fire, and well, okay, the creeps are really helping out the Night Elf play here. 2 mortar teams being taken down. The third one has to be microed very carefully here by miou, and again he's accidentally attacking the creeps, which is gonna make them come back, and he's lost the tower. He wasn't able to repair it properly, so there's not much defense left for the main base of miou. He should maybe just... Okay, yeah, he doesn't have enough peasants to just quickly call to arms and take down the 2 towers. So this is getting a lot closer than I expected, given the fact that miou has won so much time. But still, he's got the 3 mortar teams right now, which is great against these towers. Panda has to reposition. A couple of priests are also really going to be helpful against the Breath of Fire. The Panda is soon to be level 5, but at the same time, the last Ancient Protector is about to fall. And what does TitaN have going for him at the moment? He's teching right now. Okay, I was about to say he's still tier 1. He's teching, so he's switching up the strategy, but miou, until TitaN, you know, can somewhat benefit from the tech, miou should be able to gather such a large army. He's at 63 supply already against 26. So yeah, the only thing that TitaN has kinda going for him is the level of his Panda. If he can keep the pressure up, if he can, you know, get up to level 5, which I think he will in just a second, given the low HP footmen here and the low HP peasants in miou's gold mine, which there are only 4 of, but he's producing another one, so yeah, that will be taken care of in a second. So maybe somehow, if he can miraculously get up to level 6 with his Panda, he can make something happen. 2 more peasants falling for miou, but at this point, harassing the economy isn't as big of a deal, because miou already has such an insane army advantage, and he continues creeping more and more. Panda level 3 is you know, also going to be huge. Oh yeah, sorry for missing that. Tree of Life has been produced by TitaN, so he's gonna get that expansion up, and we're gonna see probably a push by miou against that eventually. Maybe sooner rather than later, because okay, he just revealed, so he knows about what's going on here. Wisp sees the army coming in. The Panda, no Tome of XP for him here, and Linehorn of Stormwind also not too great. So I just want to point out again, the Flute of Accuracy was such a huge help in taking down those Ancient Protectors with the mortar teams. And I'm afraid this expansion is never going to pay for itself. A couple of hunts still on the field, of course, for the Night Elf, but against this number of mortar teams, against slow, against the high level water elementals, what are those really supposed to do? The only big hope is the Panda. The water elementals are being spread very nicely. Wisps taking care of the majority of the mana of miou's casters. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire is coming in. The Panda's got plenty of mana to work with. That's all that miou's that TitaN's got going for him. miou, He had one heal scroll and used that just now, so if the Panda can win some time here and use the Breath of Fire a couple times, then maybe he can get a couple of kills here. Maybe he can gain some more experience, but at the same time, look at all of the corpses. I think miou hasn't lost a unit in this engagement so far. The first sorceress is now falling, but the rest of the corpses are all huntresses. TitaN dropping down to 27 supply again. Panda not even halfway up to level 6 yet. And the next hunt has fallen. Again, he's using some moon shoes. He's used the mana potion already, using another clarity here, but miou's priests are really doing a good job here. Yeah, town hall being built here, so miou very, very confident, of course, in the position he's in, and rightfully so. Tree of Life has gone down, and the human army is marching forward into the main base of the Night Elf, where there's not really anything to stop him. The Panda nicely positioning himself, but you know, it's not enough to finish these units. And look at the priests here at work, healing up all of the mortar teams, healing up all of the low HP casters. Panda once again is moving in. Let's see if he's getting some significant kills here. Only one mortar team, and yeah, that shouldn't be holdable for TitaN anymore. His Panda is taking so much damage. The shop has gone down. There's no more moon shoes, and the Panda is probably even gonna fall here unless something completely crazy happens, which isn't the case. TitaN calls GG, and miou is one map away from taking the victory in this best of 3, from making sure that he will be rank 2 of the Group D in this IEM Season 1 group stage. TitaN, in the beginning, you know, both of them crept level 3. TitaN didn't... he got level 3, he got a couple of peasants killed inside of miou's main base, but it still wasn't worth taking the damage he did inside of his main base. He used a lot of moon shoes, and he lost so many of his archers and huntresses, which took a lot of momentum out of this Ancient Protector push. And then, you know, miou, he lost his towers inside of his main. He wasn't really able to get his mortar teams in a good position for a long time. On top of that, you know, the creeps at the shop on top really helped TitaN out there with taking down a few of the mortar teams, and always, you know, being aggressive, making it impossible for miou to go around the top of that little chunk of forest in between the expansion and the main. And therefore this push got TitaN closer to winning than I expected, but still it wasn't enough. He took also weirdly long to root his Ancient Protectors a second time when he marched closer to miou's main, when there was only one tower left inside of it, and therefore miou still was able to hold this this push thanks to the help of the mortar teams. And afterwards, of course, you know, once TitaN did his tech switch, there wasn't really any hope anymore. Maybe some, you know, tiny hopes for a miracle to get the Panda up to level 6, but that wasn't happening, and therefore miou takes the first map, and therefore we'll have to go into the second map, which will be Lost Temple.